Hello, my name is Paul, and welcome to the Fantastic Great Box Gaming Channel. I'm your host, and I wanted to give a quick, I wanted to have a conversation. I wanted to kind of talk about some games I've played recently. One game in particular, Arc Raiders. I played this game for the server slam this past weekend, and let me tell you, I am not a big fan of, say, extraction shooters, just simply because, to me, it starts to make more sense to just do your free loadout, not go in with any weapons, and, don't lose anything. But in playing this game, I was immediately hooked. I think the first time I played using I was like single partied, and then I proceeded to join like Phil party, and I have had some of the most fun I have ever had in recent memory. I will say that these matches are PvPvE. So not only are you fighting against other players, but you're fighting against the environment mostly. And so, I guess just to give a little background context, you are pretty much a raider, a scavenger. Looks like the world has gone to shit, and there's only people living underground. And so, people are living underground, they need resources. You are part of the team that's going up topside and getting some of these resources. Hence why you're also fighting with other scavengers for these resources, hence the extraction gaming section. But then once again also, like I said, you are primarily fighting against Arc. Arc is, I guess, the group that you're, combating against. They are a bunch of robots.
If you want in on the fun, just head up to level 4. The tubes there
you are pretty much going from building to building, site to site, trying to loot, and then extract before you either get killed by an Arc robot or get killed by another raider. And this is some of the most emergent gameplay I have seen, that you pretty much can tell a story just on, playing a match, on interesting things that happen to you in the match. So, I remember, I have, like I said, I've very much played throughout the weekend the little bit that I could. I think I have some very cool gameplay footage that I definitely want to start to showcase out to, my community, but also at the same time, I also have, I think I've already uploaded the beginning, like the tutorial tape. And so I played through the tutorial, kind of got accustomed to the gameplay, and so, like I said, I am a big fan of this gameplay, just simply because it is third person. And so not only with it being third person, the camera angle, but they have shoulder swap. Big snaps, big thumbs up, shoulder swap. I can't tell you how many games I play that are third person that don't have shoulder swap. Especially if I'm aiming or need to be like hugging around a corner, use my camera usefully, I need shoulder swap. So thankfully this game is shoulder swap. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all the audio I guess I want to record as of right now. Hopefully I can go ahead and take some of this and put it with some of the gameplay footage. Maybe I'll have some other things to talk about, like in looking, right now I'm driving, so I'll have to look at some of the actual footage, but just seeing some of the footage and seeing the emergent gameplay. There was one time where I had joined a random group of people, like random party, assigned me 2 party members. We were following the party leader, and he had run into a building, and all of a sudden you see his HP just drop and you hear gunfire, like he's getting lit up. So I actually think he went down, And so me and the other person are trying to scramble to go like get to him so we can like resurrect him. I don't think we get to him in time. As we approach his body, we see the other party that was fighting him and pretty much gunned him down. And so all this gunfire started to attract our drones to fly overhead and pretty much join in on the fight. And so as we are fighting the remainder of this team, the positioning, and once again I'm going to have to cut some footage to splice into this if I even recorded it, he guns down the second team member I have, so now it's just me against this other team. They start, like I said, we've already attracted Ark over to all the fighting because of the gunfire. We attract not just the basic drones, like there's a drone called the Hornet, and I think there's like another smaller drone. So there's one that shoots bullets and there's one that shoots like stun charges. We had both a stun charge and a bullet firing one, but then after all that, we attracted a big boy, a Rocketeer. And so I'm hidden behind the building exterior, and one of the opponents knocks my second teammate. He's hiding behind a pillar, and so as I'm talking to my teammate, hey, come over here so I can res you, and laying down suppressive fire, I see there's a Rocketeer in the like right past the fight, so it's not alerted. Only the Hornets and the Wasps are alerted. They're circling, shooting the opponents. So I shoot a couple bullets into the Rocketeer, draws attention to the gunfight, and then lay more suppressive fire onto the opponent so that they're stuck behind the pillar that they were. As they're stuck behind the pillar, I'm shooting them suppressive fire. They're hiding behind the pillar. The Rocketeer is basically looking at this person, this opponent, free game, and just starts lighting him up with rockets. Knocks him out. And I was just like, that's awesome. So then, as the Rocketeer and the Hornets are fighting this other team, I pick up my squad member, the second guy that got knocked, try to loot all the stuff off the first party member since he's dead, we can't res him, and then we beeline. Right below us is a escape area, like an extraction point. So we go down there, and mind you, as we're running to the extraction point, there's other teams that have noticed our fight, and so as we're running and getting there, they're on adjacent buildings with snipers taking pot shots at us. And so I make it to the extraction point, hit the button to summon it, and then the alarms start blaring. So then, as I'm sitting there just waiting, I get hit, and I'm just like, what is that? And that's when I notice that we're getting shot at from the towers, like, directly past where we are. And so that's how I notice, oh, other teams are seeing our fight, whether they saw the fight or they saw the alarms blaring, and they're just like, no, you guys aren't getting away. So I'm dipping and dodging, and then as I'm trying to get inside another building nearby, I noticed directly above where we were, the team that we were fighting, they're pretty much looking over the edge of the building and shooting down below us. So we're getting shot at by two different teams as the extraction point's going off. My secondary person that I picked up, he's running along the way. He gets taken down by the team that we were originally fighting. So as that happens, I'm trying to pretty much, like I said, wait for the pod to get done to get inside. It opens its doors, I get inside, and my teammate crawls inside as I'm pushing the button to close the hatch, and we survive. And I was just like, the fact that this has this sort of gameplay, I am hooked. I love this shit. This is great. Tarkov doesn't have that, and I've I haven't played Tarkov, but I've watched other people play Tarkov. It is very much like a military shooter that you can pretty much get one tap. At least with Arc Raiders, I've yet to find a weapon that can one tap you, but I've only played during the server slam, so a lot of content was lost. I'm looking forward to the 30th when this game launches, because once again, server slam ended, today is Tuesday, it ended Sunday. I'm itching. I need to play some more. This game this might be my new addiction. If it continues to play the way it was playing during the server slam, with more maps, more weapons, more, just more, I'm excited. I probably should go ahead and like purchase. I'm kind of scared because I don't want this to be a situation like I remember. It wasn't Titanfall, but I think it was. There was another robot-esque game where I got early access, and I'm glad I didn't pay for it because the game flopped completely. It was a bust. And granted, for this game, they have the crew who developed the finals behind them as the developer. So I'm very, I say I'm impressed. I have high expectations because I love the finals. I'm not good at the finals, but I love what they've done in terms of presentation as well as kind of flipping the mode of games like that on their head. So I'm very much a fan. So I'm hoping that they can bring that same style and pizzazz to Arc Raiders, and it already seems like it's there. So once again, I believe I only heard about Arc Raiders because, who was it? I think it was Weekend. He's a Smite content creator. He was talking about Arc Raiders was a game he's looking to check out. He thinks it's going to be a big hit. And so I kind of had it on my radar, and so just this weekend, like I said, I was checking the Steam store and saw that Arc Raiders was having their, hey, free download, Server Slam, come take a look at it. So that's how I found it, and I'm very glad that I did and was able to, like, lay hands on it and play with it, because, like I said, I'm sold. This game is peak. This game might just be game of the year. Like I said, I'm hoping it kind of keeps that same energy and is able to, like, keep it up. Because if it is, hey, this is... I'm probably not going to play the finals anymore. I'll probably just play this. I mean, they're definitely different genres, different gameplay styles, but I've had so many good experiences with this game just in the weekend playtest that, you know, I had this one, my last match, where I usually, whenever spawn into a map, I always mark the closest extraction points, just like, hey, here's where it's at, just so we know where it's at. I was running around looting, and then, I don't know, maybe I heard the siren go off, but I was close nearby, and I was like, wait a minute, that's open! So I was like, if it's open, more than likely somebody's already inside trying to get out. It's not just open just to be open. So I booked it for the extraction point, and at that point, I think I had a custom loadout, so I had included, like, smoke grenades in my custom loadout. And so I was really looking to see if I had any regular grenades, so I could lob a couple regular grenades in there near the extraction computers where you have to open them up to leave. Didn't have any regular grenades, but I threw a smoke. It gave me just enough time. When I tell you just enough time, by the time I made it to the person inside the building, as I'm going in, 2 seconds later, the doors are already coming up. I was so close to getting left. And I think that's one thing that I find so cool about this game, is that even for the extraction points, even though it's PvPvE, it is mostly PvE, and PvP kind of, I wouldn't say takes a back seat to the player versus environment, but you can have some very interesting dynamics going with this, just just because they're not on your actual party does not mean that these other players are your enemies. And with there not being any text talk, you only have like in-game chat. Either you're talking, which they have proximity, which that's what I was doing, but during one of my videos, one of my teammates was like, hey, like, you're talking in proximity, don't talk in proximity, because everybody can hear you. And I don't know, I was kind of liking it being talking in proximity, like, hey, like, if I'm shouting at you in the game, like, I want people around me to hear, because I'm like, hey, we got them, you know, I need them to hear. And so, I just really love that idea that, yeah, you could be in that, you know, going through that, and someone else has popped the extraction, and you can just sneak right on in there and extract with them as well. I was seeing a lot of content creators put up videos to where they're just walking around trying to be friends with people, like, hey, like, I'm a solo, are you a solo too? Like, let's party up and let's go, you know, kill this robot over here, this leaper. Let's kill this giant robot. And so, like I said, I really enjoyed that aspect of the gameplay, and I'm looking forward to see if they're gonna, not to say if they're gonna keep it, because it sounds like that's also the gameplay they're looking to like have. But once again, I am just a huge fan of the game thus far. The little bit I played during the server slam, and so, like I said, I definitely want to start to hype this game up for anybody who's potentially looking to get into the game or has heard anything about it. I'm hoping that I can make this video and put this video out to very much kind of like I said, showcase my experience with it, but then also, you know, there's people that didn't get a chance to play the server slam, so they're not going to have any exposure to this game simply because it's going to be pay to play. So I think with that, I'm going to leave you guys with some footage. I'm going to leave you guys, you know, definitely take a look. Take a look at the game. Just watch some of the videos I'm going to put up and leave some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this, you know, strikes your interest. Let me know if you have experience with extraction shooters. Like I said, I've only had experience with Dark and Darker. It's like a dungeon crawler extraction thing. Wasn't good at it. I just walked around and died a lot. I think I've successfully extracted in Arc Raiders like a handful of times, and they've all been very interesting experiences. So once again, I'm going to leave you guys with some footage. Take care, take a look at it, leave some comments, and hopefully you guys decide to buy the game, and I will hopefully catch you guys in game. Maybe I'll, you know, have some parties, have some channel members join up with me so we can get some content, you know, kick some robot ass, and hopefully loot and scoot, you know. Well, y'all take care, and hope to see you guys on the virtual battlefield. Later.